What do you think's going to happen this week? I mean, with the whole Russia thing.
The Russia thing is just a big nothing burger.
Really?
Just shut the fuck up.
Also interesting, remember, it's illegal to possess these stolen documents. It's different for the media. So everything you learn about this, you're learning from us.
Just shut the fuck
Undermines
up.
the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think, and that is our job.
Just shut the fuck up.
As we're looking at efforts across the country to prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights.
Just shut the
Being
fuck
able to
up.
exercise their fundamental rights.
Jobs of the past are just not going to come back. What's wrong? When somebody says that he's going to bring all these jobs back, well, how exactly are you going to do that? What are you going to do? I'm going to negotiate a better deal. Well, how? What magic wand do you have? How exactly?
Van Jones at CNN.
What must be what?
If I'm elected president, we're going to cure cancer.
Any day now.
Almost done, I guess.
Russia says it. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I think they're all done with curing the cancer.
Welcome back to Sanctimonious American Men.
Woo!
Today is March 2nd, Saturday, 2024.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back. I am Saintly Barnes. With me, as always, is Saintly Brandon.
Hola.
And we're here to talk some shit.
Yeah, right off the bat, we had the F-bomb dropping on the
That's
new intro. We don't want anybody's money.
No.
We want to get canceled.
That's it. This show is dedicated to Dave Mead. Our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family.
Thoughts and prayers.
Well, and I'll, be there.
We're
live, right?
Yeah, we're good. We're
So
good.
what's going on? You just reach on down there and you fondle that like button like Bill Clinton on Jeffrey Epstein's island with fucking 15 minutes left.
Sniff it like hair on Joe Biden. Joe Biden child head.
You sniff it. You reach out and you
You
hit
sniff
that
it.
subscribe button like Fannie Willis's ass.
Oh my God, Gorilla Grip herself.
Oh, Gorilla Grip. That's right.
That's what I heard.
Shit.
I'm gonna
Heard.
be.
That
I'll
was
be
in
right
court. So for you don't know, Fannie Willis's Wi-Fi password was revealed in court, right? She unrevealed her shirt, I'm sure, but her Wi-Fi password was, it was her Bluetooth password. I'm sorry, was Gorilla Grip Pussy Pal.
Now, this was the dude's Bluetooth for her, or
I'm not sure which one. I think it was hers.
we got to double check this story.
I got the link right where I sent it, but it was said in court.
It was said in court.
Yes,
in the
court.
courtroom,
That was revealed that her Wi-Fi
or some password for her.
No, it was Wi-Fi.
Or associated
Oh, sorry.
with her.
Bluetooth. Yes, Bluetooth. Sorry. Her Bluetooth password was Gorilla Grip Pussy Pal or something.
Wow.
Or maybe that was his. I'm not sure. But they're all full of shit down there. You're full of shit,
Everyone's full of shit.
You're full of a lot of shit.
Yeah. Just a big circus, bro. It's just a big circus going on all around us, everywhere. Everywhere.
Oh, Russia.
They're really turning up the heat on everybody on the mainstream media. They got everybody like saying, "Oh my God, the court, the fucking, we're gonna all die.
We're all dying.
It's just Trump's court.
It's Trump and that Putin and the courts.
Trump and Putin."
Yeah. Speaking of which, the Supreme Court's been shooting shit down. I love Clarence Thomas. And this is the reason why I love Clarence Thomas.
You can't like him. He's black.
Who gives a fuck?
You're racist,
He's
remember?
a goddamn American.
But you're racist.
I his story is a lot like mine. But he's
a great man.
But he's successful and a great man. Mine is those two things. We're exactly alike.
He's just like me, but he's a great man.
Yes. But he always gives these one-line questions to these like dramatic lawyers that are, trying to point their case.
Right.
And it just cracks it. Deadline, one-line questions ruins their whole fucking case. Like, oh God.
It's because he's intelligent.
Well, yes, he is obviously intelligent.
Yeah.
He's the head of Supreme Court.
the court supreme.
You better be.
I'm
I
having
mean-
a dream.
I mean, those standards are falling by the wayside, obviously, because we have Fannie Willis. She's a state prosecutor.
Old Fannie Willis.
And you can see, like, through the trial what kind of fucking just degenerate she is.
Oh, God. My God.
Or how about the what do they call a city girl mayor out there? In I forget what town she's in, but she's like running the whole community into the ground.
Yeah, she was embezzling money.
Yeah.
And she was calling out her council members
How
for
you
calling
attack
her
a-
out.
Yeah. How can you come here and attack a black woman
And all the
in power?
all the people are like, I'm black. What the fuck is she talking about? I'm in power. Like, it's just so ridiculous.
Yeah, people are fucking shot.
I mean, that's like, fucking Trump joyless over there.
Joyless Reed,
Yeah, whatever she's on. Which one is she on? MSNBS?
MSNBS.
Yeah, that one?
Microsoft's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's not true. It's something else now. They're owned by somebody else. But, yeah, she was going on about she lives like normally, like you hear like people like fantasize about living in the past or whatever, and you hear about these people in the South that like antebellum parties or whatever like that. They're usually white people that live in that era, right? In their head, right? She lives there, and she's black. And I'm
She's
like,
got Trump's haircut.
she does have Trump's haircut.
I can't believe she hasn't changed her hair since people started saying that. It's like you think she would just lose her mind, but no, she's holding strong.
Well, it's this whole crazy like. You could somehow appropriate culture somehow, right? Like
It's okay for her to do it.
it's okay for her to do it, but don't you dare learn from me. Like my culture. What? It's like it's fucking
Speaking of,
stupid.
Rachel, what was her name there?
Mad cow,
No, no, she's definitely still a mad cow.
rich mad
No,
cow.
Dolezal, Rachel Dolezal. She is back in the news. She was the first woman to identify as black, but be complete white ass honky.
Oh, all right. So
Remember
she
Rachel
broke the color barrier. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. Remember Rachel Dolezal?
Yeah,
the little blonde, freckled-haired girl.
All right. Her
Turned black.
MC squared and
But now she's on OnlyFans.
what?
Yeah, she got her own. She's another degenerate that's fighting the
Wow.
good fight in the revolution,
Look at my pussy.
gorilla grip style.
Gorilla grip.
We are definitely not for
Holy
kids.
Shit. No. Get your kids out of the fucking.
Do not
we
let
ain't got
kids
no
watch
kids. We're
this.
immature fucking idiots.
Yes, we are. Yep.
But we're
We're
upfront
going-
about it. Like,
We're trying to go full Zach Galifianakis between two ferns, just unfiltered, degenerate. We're trying to match the degeneracy.
I think we're worse. Because I'll beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, he's a bit of a woke.
Get away from
right?
me, Zach Galifianakis, you weirdo.
He used to be pretty damn funny.
He-
I mean, he
yeah,
still is
he's
funny.
still funny,
Unlike Jon Stewart, who isn't funny anymore because he's complete parody of himself.
I mean, I don't know much about him. I know people are going to go see him tonight, whatever. But I don't know what his like comedy thing is versus like his. I'm not talking about politics.
Well, I was talking about politics. Like he's on the Daily Show again now, and it's just like, what a fucking hack.
Well, it's never going to be what it once was, right?
Somebody cut together a really cool thing. I mean, one day this show will be amazing, and I'll just be like, here it is.
Here it is.
But I'm going to explain
Strike
it to
it
you
up, Johnny.
because we're just
Jeeves,
not that high tech.
Hit the roll.
So somebody cut together a video of Jon Stewart interviewing Condoleezza Rice and Hillary Clinton, and he did
I've seen that.
he did everything that he accused Tucker Carlson of: softball questions, making funny faces while there's tough questions, or they're giving him bullshit answers. Everything that he went after Tucker about the other day on the Daily Show, because it's bombing, so they got to bring him back because nobody watches.
What were they going on to Tucker about the Putin interview?
Yeah, the Putin interview. He went and attacked him, being like, "Oh my God, let's just what a bad interview. He did this and he did that and he did this," and it's like you did the same thing when Hillary and Condoleezza invaded
Yeah, two
Iraq.
fucking hacks.
Yeah. When they went into Iraq,
Two
you
fucking
did the same
neocons, they
thing.
did the same fucking thing.
Mhm.
Anyway, I mean, I could have criticisms about Tucker Carlson's interview.
Yeah, it wasn't that great. I mean, but at least he went and did something.
He went and did something. He was in a room where like Stalin ordered people to die. He's in front of Putin, who has killed people.
Yeah. You're not going to be too hard.
Not too hard, right? But he did go against him a couple times. There was some static in the. I remember thinking midway through it, Putin doesn't like him.
Yeah,
because he was cutting him off, and it only happened a couple times, but still.
Well, yeah, he's just some fucking reporter, and you're definitely standing up against a merchant of death.
Yeah.
One of the merchants of death's pals.
Yeah, one of their pals. Thank God we got Brittany Griner back, huh?
Yeah, Brittany.
Fucking lost the Lord of War, and that's the deal. That deal that he was offering him, like Tucker didn't offer him like Biden or something. Maybe he would have went for it then.
But it's just ridiculous. Like that's what he was talking about. He's like, we could have got a real journalist back, but we got a basketball player
who brought weed into Russia.
And yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's like bringing
who broke the law.
I'm going to bring alcohol into Saudi Arabia. I think that's a good idea.
Well, they're going after that Blaze reporter right now. Did you see that? The FBI told him he has to turn himself in. What the fuck was it? A self
immolation? That's a big trend going on now.
No, but anyways, the FBI said that it was all misdemeanors, but they want to arrest him and give him the walk, the perp walk.
Right.
That's like all they had to do is issue an appearance for court, and he would have went in.
Right.
But no, they want to make him look like because he reported on January 6th. That he's they got to give him the treatment.
Yeah, they got to show him. They got to parade him out there for everybody to see. Look at this dirty scumbag talking about
January 6th. And if you do it, you're gonna get fucked.
You're next, too.
You're next.
Right. I mean, it's weaponization of the justice system. I wanted to cut back on that Tucker Carlson thing.
Okay.
So there was reports that there was a bomb stopped from trying to kill him.
Yeah, assassination attack.
Right.
I heard, in a car.
Carried out by the Ukrainians, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Funded by the CIA, allegedly. Which, allegedly, they found stations, which doesn't surprise me. Command stations.
Yeah.
In Ukraine. CIA command. I mean, I would think that they would have been there before the war started, right? They better be. What are they doing with that money? But we don't know about.
I did like some of the memes I saw recently about giving money to Ukraine and stuff. They're like, how many other countries collect taxes and send their money to the United States to help fucking us? I'm pretty sure it's...
Thanks, Canada. Whatever you did.
It's a handful.
Yeah. That's going to be like Canada. Cuba, I know, tried.
Yeah.
During 9/11. I think fucking he had that shit on speed dial as soon as that shit hit. Like, because they called immediately. You remember that or not? So the first country that offered America aid during 9/11 was Cuba. Like right after it happened.
Wasn't us. It wasn't us.
Wasn't us. You guys need any help? We'll be right there. You need anything? We can help. We can send some help. Send some hospitals.
Help. You need help?
Help. Send some doctors. What? Gosh. But no country does. However, China has lent this money on interest.
That's right. China does, but it's not like
we have to pay them back though.
Do we do that when we send money to like Ukraine? Are they supposed to pay us back?
Depends what the package is.
Right.
Some of them, yes. I mean, that whole timeline, it was predictable. Like 2011 Pacific Pivot, good move, but it left a power vacuum, right? So like when Obama in 2011, he pulled guys away from Russia and towards China, which I agree with. But there was a power vacuum there. That was expected, right? Then 2013, Valley Joward says, you guys should probably have a different fucking leader. And then 2014, February, Russia invades. They like to invade in February. So we survived one there. And they have the Maidan, right, which is a coup that happened, right? And they put in a new guy. And then there's some other shit that happens between there and Biden calling. Oh, Well, Biden tells, he wants Victor Shokin, right? He wants him
Oh yeah, he
removed.
wants him.
He wants him to step down. Otherwise, you ain't getting the money. Well, son of a gun.
Yeah.
They fired him, and they did. Right? That was 2015, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe 2016. And then 2016, he calls Poroshenko and says, "Don't ask Trump for money." This is in December after he won. Why Biden's still vice president before he's sworn in. And he calls their Ukrainian president and says, "Don't ask Biden for money, because that's the way he'll think about it." Whatever the fuck that means, right? It sounds like don't ask him for money because he'll start thinking about what the fuck we're doing with it, right? He'll start looking into it, right? And I remember in 2014 where they annexed Crimea, which is like the more strategic part, right? It's on the Black Sea. It's richer. We didn't do anything. We just sent blankets at first and eventually sent aid, but it was already pretty much over by then. That's the same year that the Donetsk, they voted to leave Ukraine and join Russia. Now,
they voted for that.
They voted for that. I don't know if they're legally allowed to do that or not. That's, you can't do that here. We've tried that one.
Well, they're trying to get rid of the Electoral College, so yeah.
Where, here?
Oh yeah, anything the Democrats don't like. Let's get rid of the Supreme Court. It's not working for us.
Well, see, this is the delusion, right? Because I've seen this, right? My fucking ex-stepdad put this up. I didn't even read the whole fucking thing because it's so fucking retarded. Plan for every Democrats to win fucking every election or whatever. And first thing is to get rid of the Electoral College. And I'm thinking, didn't you guys win the president last time by like the landslide or some shit? Why you want to get rid of that? It just worked for you. And two, if your plan to win every election and your first step is to fundamentally undermine the U.S. Constitution, maybe you need a different fucking plan. How about he had no policies written there.
Yeah. They just lost their mind.
They want to expand the court, all this other shit.
They lost their damn mind.
Yeah.
But back to the memes. This is another good one.
What was the Ukraine thing?
Ukraine. Yeah, this is the Ukraine. What the fuck was it?
One more point about them voting to leave Russia.
Okay.
There was a blowback from that. What do you think it was? Your neighbor wants to leave Russia. You don't.
In the Donbass, you're saying?
Yeah, yeah. How would your attitude change?
If you were like stuck in the town?
I'm stuck in this town. Everybody around me wants, not everybody.
They want to go back to being part of Russia?
A majority of people around me want to be Russian.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be. What do you think is going to happen to my attitude?
You're going to go and become a woke LGBT purple hair warrior?
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Because
well, if they're going one way, you're probably going to go the other way, right?
Right.
So you're going to go ultra fucking nationalist Ukrainian, which is what happened, right?
Oh, okay.
There's an easy cause and effect.
Those two things did happen together, though.
Yeah, of course they did.
With the fucking, I'm talking about the woke shit. That's when the Antifa, whatever they were calling it, come up over there during that whole fucking, when they were doing the Black Bloc fucking protests.
I first heard that in Russia in the 90s.
But it reemerged during that
whole
fucking...
it's been going on. It's spread throughout Europe. Like, I remember, like, when it first happened here and the news didn't know what they were wearing. I'm like, that's fucking Antifa. Yeah. I watched them go crazy in fucking England over the last few years. Like, over the Brexit thing and fucking,
Yeah. And we did notice, well, all right, quick. I'm forgetting what the rest of the Ukrainian memes were, but we'll see some of those later. You sent me some. They were pretty funny.
Right. Then the next thing we got, like, all right, so we got the perfect phone call, right?
It's a perfect phone call.
You got Schiff, like, he was on, like, the council, right? I think, what was that? Anyway, he was in the investigative.
Schiff's a scumbag.
Yes. So he goes out on national live television on prime time and makes up a transcript.
He's just ad-libbing, or what do they call it when you're in Hollywood? You're
improvising?
You're an improviser.
Right.
I'm so good at acting, I can improvise.
Right. And he's from California, so he thinks he can do that. And then the
same
night, the State Department releases the transcript in full. Mm-hmm. Which never happens, right? Because that shit's always fucking redacted, right? Anything the State Department releases is redacted. But this was in full. and it proved that Adam Schiff was a total piece of shit. And this still led to impeachment against Trump over the Ukrainian phone call because he wanted Zelensky
to hold up on the payment.
or look into this Victor Shokin thing,
Mhm.
right? See what happened there, because we're worried about.
So here
corruption.
we go. They impeach him for not trying to not sending money to Ukraine, and now they've set up a new law that if he becomes president and he doesn't send money to Ukraine, he'll be impeached again. Did you see that
No.
bill they passed?
Where they passed that?
It was I don't know if it's signed into law yet because of course fucking. Well, let me check it out. Let me look at this here. But it was something that the Senate decided was like, oh, if we do this, we'll make it a crime to not provide aid to Ukraine.
That's ridiculous.
To try and get around all the bullshit.
Say this is how bad it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got 2018. Hunter Biden takes a job from fucking Burisma or something, right, to fight Russian aggression. So he had to take money from the Ukrainians to fight Russian aggression because he's such an expert in energy. You see. All right. I got to hand it to Hunter Biden, though. He's the only fucking American to get money out of Ukraine. Right. So good on him there. I wish more of us were getting money out of Ukraine, but no. Fucking. So he takes a job at Burisma for whatever fucking reason, right?
Here it is. Foreign aid bill could get Trump impeached. It's Politico.
What if they leave this bill on the books and 20 years from now somebody else gets in there?
Here it goes. Ohio Republican says it's a possibility if the $95 billion emergency foreign aid spending bill becomes law and Trump wins the election. Where's the fucking... The supplemental represents an attempt by foreign policy deep state to stop president from pursuing his desired policy, and if he does so, to provide grounds to impeach him and undermine his administration.
This is ridiculous. It's either your money's going to Ukraine
or you're going to jail.
Or you go to jail, basically.
Yeah.
Coercion. Right? I mean, that's another thing. You got Lindsey Graham, right? Fucking McCain and Klobuchar, right? So you got two Republican senators, rhinos, and fucking one Democrat senator going out in December of 2016 out to Kiev, right? And telling out to Donetsk.
It's the best money we ever spent.
Yeah, they're telling them we're going to take the war to Russia. There was no war going on at that fucking time, right? So what did they mean by that? I mean, obviously there was high tensions. They'd just been at war. But, we had a very slow react to this because of the Pacific pivot, which, whatever, I still agree with it because I think China's more of a threat. But see, here's the thing, right? So a long time ago, I remember I read Descent into Slavery, right? And it was one of the most influential books I ever read, right? And it's something I saw, repeated. But
speaking of Descent into Slavery, I got to get this meme out before I forget it. We're going to go right back to it.
What?
It was the meme that said the government that fined you for not paying for health care is now giving it away to illegal immigrants for free.
Isn't that in the thing?
Is that in the thing?
That's in the thing.
Okay, well, sorry, pal.
Yeah. Where was I?
You were at the Descent into Slavery.
Yes. So in that thing, he was talking about that the plan is to confront Russia before confronting China because Russia has a lot of nukes and they want to get them out of play before they get into the big war, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, they don't necessarily want to have to militarily confront Russia, but that seems to be the path that they've chosen, right?
Okay.
At the moment. I mean, that all the cards are in our hands, so we could turn this around tomorrow, and Russia has no choice but to go along with it. But, yeah, so that was their plan, right? Now, because Russia's a declining state and Russia's a rising state, and that's I mean, maybe China is starting to falter now in the last couple of years, but there's certainly much more manpower and tofu construction in China, right, than Russia. And I think they'll probably be at war over resources in Northern Asia, Siberia, in the coming decades anyway, right? And that's why Putin, at least I suspect, right, because I heard about flash bombing or flash mining in Russia from China in the late 90s, early 2000s, where they would come in and basically they would, timber mine with dynamite and then scoop it all up and get the fuck out of there. So Russia's been moving people out there. They've been paying people to move out there because it's fucking desolate. It's like Alaska, but twice the size. And yeah, so they've been giving people free land out there, trying to populate the area, try to get some infrastructure.
And this is because
they've been having tensions with China over the last.
Oh, that you told me. Yeah. They're fighting over
resources.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I've heard that, like, and I've seen some footage from those two biker guys. I forget their fucking name, but you can see that the Chinese side is all built up, and the Russian side is just like wilderness. So they're right up against the border. China's got too many fucking people. Nobody said depopulation would be easy.
Oh my God! Is that what the fucking Bill Gates is yelling at fucking people when he's
nobody said depopulation would be easy.
Waking up from his dream.
Speaking of dreamers, it's fucking Trudeau, hiding fucking Chinese involvement in Canada in biolabs, and they might have helped him in the election. Apparently, now they're doubling down on censorship, right?
Let's see if this works.
Canucks, you're really fucking up our escape plan,
I'm chatting with the iPhone. Let's see if it works.
What do you mean chatting with the iPhone?
I'm trying to see if it works onto the fucking
You got
live
a new
chat.
phone? You got a smartphone now?
It's a loaner.
All right.
Oh, it works.
Like Hertz or
Cool.
something? Like...
It's only Wi-Fi.
Right,
There's no
all right.
friggin' cell service.
I got
So
you.
now we could have chat. Like I could interact with the people.
Oh, I would, but then
With the people.
The people. The person?
We are here
Oh, we
for
got
the people.
Hey, thanks for YouTube, whatever your name.
I just told them thanks for watching.
Thanks. We appreciate it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What else we got? We still going on politics?
Yeah. There's what was it here? There's reports that Alex got kicked off of X.
Really?
For misgendering.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, come on, Elon. What the fuck?
Come on, you fucking bitch.
You just misgendered Elon.
I don't give a shit. I'm not on X.
I'm not on X anymore. That's right. They kicked you off.
They kicked me off. Yeah, I don't even know what I did. I got a warning from YouTube this week too. I'm like, what?
For what?
I don't know.
You don't even do anything on YouTube, do you?
I mean,
have you been casting your shit on
no.
on the making stuff?
No. But I do comment on some stuff, so I don't know.
One of your comments got you in trouble.
I guess so, yeah. They don't tell you which one.
Well, I'm sure we're going to find out whether our intro is going to be all right. I mean, it's not for children. I have not for children as one of our
so
things.
it's my channel, but
Huh.
But I was commenting on somebody else's channel. I can't remember. Probably that idiot Simon.
What? Who?
This bald guy, English, talks a lot of shit.
He likes to talk a lot of shit.
He's on like 15 different channels, so I know he's not writing any of this. He's just.
Oh, so he's attacking you because friggin' that's what he does.
I don't know. Yeah, whatever.
Did you see that? Well, go ahead.
See what?
Oh, there's some gym girl that just got booted because she was doing bullshit like that. Like, you know how they have the friggin' gym girls and TikTok. Yeah,
he kicked her out. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" She was doing some kind of seductive workout. Right?
No, this was a different one, and the girl just videoed herself like doing some friggin' workouts, and the phone's probably like hiding over in the dark somewhere, and some other dude just sits down on a bench and he's just on his phone like this, and she goes home obviously after she gets some video, and goes through every fucking probably frame, and she's like, oh, this dude was looking at me,
right?
And he wasn't. He was just on his phone on the bench across the room, and she's like, that's what perverts do. That's what friggin'. I don't know. She just called him a bunch of names and completely defamed him on the internet.
Right.
So, Anyway, she got kicked out of the gym.
Good.
They canceled her membership
Good.
because you can't do that stuff.
Can't do that
And she's
stuff.
like, people don't want to even go to our fucking gym because of this shit.
Go to prison.
Yeah. Go to prison, woman.
You see that James O'Keefe caught
The judge there?
the judge there gawking at young ladies and like getting told to like get away from me?
No.
Yeah.
No. I
He's
mean,
like-
I saw him like
He's
go-
talking to a couple young girls and like the girl's like and it's going on for a minute and then she's like, all right, get away from me, and he won't go. Get away from me.
Really?
Yeah,
He's just a creeper.
Yeah,
He's just trying to work his game.
he's just doing what a guy can
He's
do.
just trying
you
to
know?
work his game.
He's trying. He was eyeing some people, whatever,
But that guy's an asshole.
No shit.
I don't care. He is trying to work his game. He's just an old man, but he's getting what he voted for.
Right. He's getting voted for exactly.
Military begins airdropping food in Gaza.
Oh wow.
Yeah, both sides.
A little bit. Yeah.
Doing both sides.
A little government.
Got to give them both sides money so you feel okay about yourself.
Bill. Yeah. We're not going to stop anything.
No, we're gonna give them some bread and say, continue on.
Yeah. Here's some. You got to get bombed tomorrow, so you got to be up for it. Here's some food.
Jesus Christ.
But that's what we're doing.
Some coffee. Make sure you're up.
Make sure you're up for the bombing.
Oh man.
What about? All right. So this setting yourself on fire thing that's starting to become a trend. To protest.
We need a lot of more Democrats to do this. This is the perfect way to protest.
This is the perfect.
This is the perfect protest.
Tell your friends. Yeah.
Tell your friends to fucking go look at that guy's friggin',
Well, I guess it's happened twice now.
Jesus. That's the hive mind at work.
We're in a cult, Brandon.
No, we're in the cult.
We're in
That's
the
right.
cult.
They're not in the cult. We're in the cult.
That's right.
We're drinking the juice.
Yeah.
We're drinking the juice.
The juice.
They're just setting themselves on fire.
That's all. That's all. I mean, you got to see the shit straight.
I like juice better than fire, I have to say.
But all right, so I'm not sure what city this was. It was a white guy. Maybe he was Jewish. I don't know. But he's running around the city, some city. It looked like New York.
It was a city. It looked like a city. It was a nice city.
And he's coming around the corner, and he's like trying to scream, and people are like throwing him down. Some dude's like, piss on him. Piss on him, yo.
Hey, take a piss on him,
And
eh?
I'm like, this is what your protest gets you, right? You're not affecting the fucking policy fucking 12,000 miles away. Some guy on the street is telling to piss on you because that's how much you're affecting the fucking public opinion. Holy shit. It couldn't have been. It was fucked up. It was hard to watch. I don't like that shit. That shit was. Did you see the other guy?
I did not watch any video of any people burning themselves.
All right. Well, the guy in the military. Holy fuck. This guy. He
went full Tenement Square.
He remained.
But except he remained still like the monk did.
No, but he remained focused. A lot of it was still though, but he remained focused, saying "Free Palestine" all the way to the end.
Ugh.
So that was like, what the fuck?
Guy's fucking savage, bro.
Yeah, it is.
But I don't.
They were both hard to watch.
Yeah, I do not recommend fucking lighting yourself on fire for anything is not the way to go.
No, that's bad. We were only joking before.
That's the cult. Don't be part of a cult.
No.
That is not cool. Hive mind thinking. It'll drive you insane. The TDS on the mainstream TV is fucking hardcore, dude.
Ridiculous.
I watch it. I watch fucking Joy. I watch a little bit of The View because there's other people watching it and they're feeding it to me. And then you see the fucking Rachel Maddow, and then you see the fucking other people just
That dude's
randomly
crazy.
CNN, MSNBC, and you're like, if I knew any better, I feel like if I didn't know any better, I would think like fucking, Hitler's ghost is about to fucking jump out of fucking the sky and just like parachute, and he's like going to be 3,000 feet tall onto America.
Yes.
And it's going
John!
like we got Oh, jeez.
Nine, America! Nine!
They're acting like they can see it in the fucking, a telescope or something.
Yes, it's crazy. Well, they fucking flip. Look at New York City, going from giving money to now they're deporting people. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Well, yeah, that's the problem with the Democrats is like the whole term "bleeding heart liberal" has never been worse.
right, and emotionally, thinking emotionally makes you swayed easier. Right,
Makes you what was your favorite phrase back? Emotional urine.
emotional urine. Yeah,
It makes you emotional piss.
yeah, you're just fucking shot all the time.
So, speaking of, Democrat lawmaker proposes child sex dolls for pedophiles. Now, what is wrong?
What the fuck is wrong with them?
What is wrong with people?
All right, so hold on. So a kid could go into a tattoo shop.
Make it make sense.
He could go to a tattoo shop. The kid, say he's 14 years old, goes into a tattoo shop, says, "Can I get a tattoo on my penis?" And the tattoo person says, "No, you're not old enough. You might regret that when you're older, but we could chop it off." But these pedophiles, we can't chop it off? Come on.
I don't. Mental illness, man. It's now like as cool as tattoos.
Make insane and silence.
Sorry,
great
I didn't
again.
mean to say tattoos. I know you're watching, Randy, right? Tattoos have nothing to do
Well,
with
no,
mental
nothing,
illness.
nothing.
I did not mean to make
No.
that friggin'
This is the
analogy.
clear.
Sorry, Mr. Randy. We apologize, and we'll
But Randy would agree with me that he doesn't give kids tattoos, particularly on their
Exactly.
penises. Right?
especially on their penises.
Right. But he would also agree that the liberals would let him chop it off. 14 years old.
Oh,
Can I buy a lotto ticket? No, but we could chop up your cock. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. And sterilize you.
You never got an orgasm for the rest of your life.
I don't understand why people can't understand that.
'Cause they're
Like
fucking brainwashed, Brandon.
they're like, I mean, not that like, and I mean, orgasms are pretty fucking awesome, but it's not the reason to live.
No.
Like
Sure.
there's so many different opinions on the reason of life,
Sure.
but the treat of an orgasm when you reproduce,
Yeah.
is one of God's. If there is one, it seems like it was put there for a reason,
Yeah.
like a reward for doing something good.
Yeah. It seems like you're.
There's
kinda
not many other feelings on earth
Seems like you believe in creation when you do that.
I mean, I know there's other ways to probably get there. There's drugs, there's this, there's that, but natural fucking you having an orgasm seems like a pretty big thing in life. Like
Yes.
for as your physiology and an organism biomechanical fucking whatever you want to say.
Sure. Being an entity.
And being able to take that away
Sentient.
before you ever experience one.
I mean, it's so ingrained into every living fucking thing, just about. I mean,
You see little doggies on the
Yeah.
internet fucking just humping away on
Humping
cats
away,
and
whatever.
dogs and
True.
stuffed animals.
whatever they got.
They just love
Footballs.
it. You see monkeys fucking footballs.
It's ingrained, right?
Animals love orgasms.
Yeah, it's deeply ingrained.
We're just animals.
Snakes do it.
And the
Bees do it.
and it would just be like, you know what? That kid don't get one.
No, fuck that kid.
That kid, he don't need
You
one.
don't need one.
He wants to be the other sex, and
Yeah.
to do that, we have to take that away from them to make them happy for the rest of their lives.
Exactly. To save his life, we got to put him into the biggest suicide bracket
Known to man.
known to man. Right. Okay.
So, I don't know. I just I see that bubbling up more and more. People being like, make it make sense.
It don't.
Make it make sense. It don't make sense. You're
I mean,
never
if
gonna
you're an
make it.
adult
You're never gonna make it.
And
make
you want to
sense.
do that? Go for it. I mean, I don't judge the fucking Dalai Lama based on his sexual prowess, or I don't judge the Pope.
I mean, remember the Dalai Lama had some kid sucking on his tongue or wanted him to suck on his
all
tongue.
right, I remember. I mean, maybe a bad analogy.
But no, that's
Both did.
still.
But you know what I mean.
That's still like sexualization is a matter of perspective as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, he may have been just doing it from an innocent fucking thing, as being a Dalai Lama. Maybe I don't know.
We don't judge Einstein on his sexual prowess.
I guess not. Yeah. I mean, we don't know much about it.
No,
I guess
don't.
I haven't studied it.
I
but
no. I did go down a
You went down on him.
no.
We're down on Einstein's ghost.
I was gonna switch to pop culture, but I didn't. I went down again. Where's all the Neanderthal ghosts? That's what I want to know. You know, how come Neanderthals ain't got ghosts?
Neanderthals.
Sasquatch ghosts.
Where's Sasquatch ghosts when you need them?
Exactly.
So yeah, pedophiles. The Democrats want a Kentucky Democrat state senator left her colleagues in disbelief after arguing in favor of providing pedophiles with child sex dolls to discourage them from acting on their impulses against children in real life.
Well, that's just encouraging. Hang
him. Yeah, that's fucking weird, man. And then
are you fucking joking me?
There was a woman at the TED Talks talking about
he
pedophiles
moves in next door to your fucking baby. That guy. Imagine him moving next door.
Dude,
and
all I hear is people complaining about fucking, oh, I gotta make sure I live in a nice neighborhood, you know, where there's no, you know, sexual predators.
Right.
But then, you know, you got fucking people like this fucking senator, and you got people at on a TED Talk stage talking about pedophilia and how they gotta fucking, you know.
I saw people reporting on that. I didn't actually see it.
Yeah, it's just not good. And we need people to start calling it out for what it is, and it's just mental fucking illness.
Yeah. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily gotta die. Just can't be around kids. Ever. And near death is one way to ensure that, but you know. I don't know. I mean, put him in the army, like whatever, you know. Operation Meat Shield.
Meat Shield?
Yes. That's what we're doing in Ukraine right now, Operation Meat Shield.
What are they doing with all that money? Where's it going? Who is it all going like I mean, did somebody's got to have some dirt on those on like Pelosi and the Bidens, and they got to like have like video of them doing something bad.
Well, I mean, how is it that fucking Pelosi's kid, Romney's kid, Hunter's kid,
or Biden's kid, Hunter?
I mean, yeah. How is it they all have jobs in fucking Ukrainian energy? Like,
I know.
What the fuck is that about?
Excuse me.
And then we release fucking Victor Bout, right? The fucking
Merchant of Death.
Merchant of Death, Lord of War. And that's, you know, partially what caused me to like look into Ukraine initially, because he was talking about buying nukes in fucking Ukraine in that movie. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I remember, like, you know, when the Russians invaded in 2014, I'm like, oh, I guess they don't got any Soviet nukes left behind, because they would have used them against
He was
Russia.
looking for them, probably. You got these nice fresh nukes. You want any?
Well, I mean, they used to be part of the Soviet, and there was speculation whether the Ukrainians gave all their nukes away. Now, we said,
oh, shit,
we'll help you against Russian aggression if you give your nukes away. And Russia said, if you give your nukes away and the Americans don't come here, we'll leave you alone. Now, we're not sure exactly what happened in what facility, but, you know, who knows?
What else do we have? What else do we have?
We got Nikki Haley winning in the state of fucking delusion. She's ahead in the state of delusion, denial.
Yeah?
Holy
Nikki
shit.
Haley's just pressing on.
I hope she stays in the end for the whole embarrassment from this point on. Did you see what's his face went to her hometown there? Benny Johnson?
No.
Well, you know, she's made a lot of accusations about growing up. Right? And
poverty or what?
No, in Brantford, I think it is, or Brambird. I can't remember, but in South Carolina. And she makes a lot of accusations about racism, you know, yada, 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 about
against her,
about growing up where she grew up. So Benny Johnson went there and found some of her peers and asked them, did they experience the same thing growing up there? And they were like, no, I don't know what the hell she's talking about. I never experienced racism there. She doesn't care about this place. She's just using us to, you know, try to make some kind of political point.
Right. And that I'm a hometown girl.
Right. And, you know, and they were asking, you know, minorities or whatever. One guy was like, you know, this is the South. They've been being accused of racism for fucking decades. They don't do it. Like, like, there was going on for a century.
That's just a democratic strategy. Everybody.
They've had a microscope on over racism in the South for over 100 years.
What we have here is failure to communicate.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to deny that there's racism in the South or whatever, but there's racism here too, though. Whatever. Not that it makes it right, but it happens.
Still, make it make sense. Right as soon as we get the first black president, all of a sudden we're the most racist country in the world. Make it make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. In England, they got a guy doing a movie showings for black audiences only. He's been condemned by the British government, but they haven't done anything.
He's an asshole.
Well, yeah, we're going back to like segregation.
Well, once again, surprise, fucking deep state fucking programming. Hey, you know what would be great? If we could have segregation again. How do we get it? Make them ask for it.
Yes, exactly.
Make them ask for it.
And this is the thing. Like, they all want to segregate themselves in predominantly white countries. There's non-predominantly white countries that you can get away from white people from, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's just another. People don't understand how smart the fucking upper, like the ruling class are, and the ruling class, they would love it if there was segregation again. They would love it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, how do we get it? Well, we just have to make the fucking peasants ask for it.
It's compartmentalization.
Mm-hmm.
And that, you can keep information away from people. There was a game a Russian student invented, and it's called Werewolf. And I kind of forget the exacts of it, but you get a group of people together, right? And there's civilians, right? Everybody gets a little card, right? And on that card, it tells you whether you're like a civilian or a townsperson or the werewolf, right? And I think it's like, get like 10 people or something, dozen people. And there's 2 werewolves in the group, right? And every round, people have to close their eyes, right? Or put on a blindfold. And all the civilians have to put on a blindfold. The werewolves don't. Like, they'll fake putting on the blindfold, and then they peek, and then they get to kill one person every round, right? And then the people have to guess who is the werewolf, right? Everybody gets a vote, including the werewolves, to try to guess who the werewolf is. And the werewolves win if there's only 2 people left, and the townspeople win if they can guess the werewolf. But 90-some-odd% of the time, I can't remember the exact percentage, but the vast majority of the time, the werewolves win, right?
Yeah.
And the point of this guy's game, right, for his college thesis or whatever, is that a small group of people, right, with privy to truth or information can manipulate a large group of people who aren't, right, who are ignorant towards this information. And, he demonstrated it pretty brilliantly, I think. But that just shows to show, like, if you're in the know,
and because the werewolves are in the know,
they're in the know, right? So they can manipulate the crowd,
right?
During the vote, right? And yeah.
Wow. Well, that's just fucking great. That's just fucking great, man. Game over.
Game over, bro.
Game over. We're in some pretty shit now.
Are we still got any politics? Let's see. Any more politics?
Whoopi Goldberg says Biden can throw every Republican in jail.
Of course she does, because she's a fucking authoritarian.
Piece of shit Nazi.
Yeah, she is.
Dune's out. I want to go see Dune. Well, no, more political stuff. Let's see what else we got here. That's not political. It could be. I haven't seen it yet. Rachel Maddow, Roland Martin panics after Ghetto City Girl, fucking his interview with her. Dr. Phil's been tearing people new assholes.
Yeah, he has been. He got political real quick.
He's like, "You need a new asshole? I can give you a new asshole."
There you go. So we got
just tear her around here a little.
We got Biden visiting the border finally. Trump visited at the same time. The Mexican army was chatting Trump. They were cheering Trump on the other side.
What?
the Mexican army saw Trump. They recognized him from across the border.
And
through the
they're
fence,
down. Yeah.
And they started chanting Trump, Trump, Trump.
Well,
and he was waving back, and he's like, "They like Trump."
Well, a lot of people.
He says it in the third person. They like Trump.
They like Trump. Now, I'm not saying Trump's the best, but he's. If I don't say it, but someone would say Trump's the best.
So Biden goes to the border where Texas already fixed it, right?
Okay.
And says he doesn't see a problem. Of course there's not, because fucking Texas just fixed it, you fucking moron.
Right, and I think somebody called out Kareem Pierre over that. They're like, why did he go there? Why didn't he go to where, there's actual problems?
Problems, yes.
And she's like, I'm just a toilet fucking.
She really is. I mean, I'm interested to see what she does after this job, because she kind of seems disillusioned with it all. She does it, but she does seem disillusioned with it, right?
She just looks like, all she does is say the same thing all the time. I'm not going to speak to that from here.
Shows her
I'll point you towards the DOJ.
Gotcha, shows her
Yeah, Arthur Aragon. I didn't watch this, but you said James O'Keefe, Jim. Yeah, yep. And that was probably pretty funny to watch him getting shooed away by chicks.
Yeah.
Mitchie's stepping down.
Yeah, not fast enough.
November.
That reminded me. As soon as I heard that, I was like, the one thing that can unite the country, Mitch McConnell's gonna step down. MAGA liberals. Like Mitch McConnell stepping down. Yeah, that's great. That's great. It's funny because he's stepping down just as Trump's gonna be getting in. Wonder if he's trying to avoid something.
Here we go. We got to start talking to our conspiracy sides, because we have noticed a few things recently. You said you saw some YouTube shenanigans. I know I've seen some stuff where the algorithm definitely has changed.
Yeah, it's loosened up a little bit.
I feel like, do you think the writing's on the wall? Like, there's no stopping them. They can't fucking figure out a way to do it. So, people that you still got a small band of people in the MSNBC just like all of a sudden the last 2 weeks really shouting like, we're all going to die if you don't fucking wake up.
Yeah, they are.
And then you see like the big tech people being like, it looks like he's going to win, so we better just fucking walk away, let those people just lose their fucking minds.
I mean, I did notice it. I'm not going to lie about that. I started to see smaller channels start coming back that I haven't seen in a while. But I do know that a lot of big tech companies are in court in Texas and Florida, right? And it looks like they're gonna not be able to do that as much anymore, right? Because they were heavily censoring, right? Sometimes at the bequest of the government.
For sure. Yeah, we got tons of Twitter files and fucking all kinds of shit.
And so they can't do that if it's a platform. If they're journalists, then they could do that, but they don't want to be that, because that means that they're liable for shit that goes on there, right? And people won't want to use it, right? Because there's a liability. That's like when they were talking about the Alabama embryo thing, which I don't really know shit about, right? And they were talking about like, clinics are stopping this and transporting this and blah blah blah, and embryos aren't going to be I'm like, yeah, because now they're like people, and it's a liability to fucking do that. Like, so why don't you just tell this truth? Like. That's what I would be doing if I was one of those places. I'd be fucking trying not to fuck up as bad as I could. Like, no, we don't have to transport that shit. No, nothing. Nothing's leaving the state. Fuck that.
Speaking of transportation, what's going on with these truckers?
In the city?
Are they not bringing shit to New York? Is that for real?
That's a tough one, man.
I haven't seen any, like, backlash, like people. I mean, I have seen some people being, like, all pissed off at them, but I don't know if they're actually doing it. I've seen a few truckers posting online, but
that's
there's no proof.
That's
in the pudding.
I mean, dollars are going to talk about this. You can't force anybody to go to New York, right? You can fire them, I guess, whatever. But It's the biggest market in the country as far as like shipping, right? You got 8 million people on that little fucking island.
Yeah.
You know, you got fucking buildings with zip codes. And so it's a tremendous market, you know, tremendous. And the demand, you know, is there. It's one of the richest places in the country, right? As far as that's concerned. And, you know, I did hear that milk prices went up. I haven't gone out and invested in milk yet to
Invested. I got my retirement in milk.
Well, they're gonna start coming up. You know, they're gonna start coming up looking for goods if it gets that bad.
Oh
you know,
man,
so a little price gouging.
I got milk. I got powdered loads.
Powdered loads. So it's one of those things like people like who can afford to in the trucking business won't go to New York out of their ideological pursuits.
Right.
Because it's gonna be tempting.
We've been gone so long. We gotta apologize for why we were gone. Sick, trip.
Yeah, you had birthdays, right?
Birthdays, trips, and sickness. And
I was just a scumbag.
He got sick though. You were sick for a week.
Was I? Yeah.
We both got sick, and
I was a little sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a little flu or cold or something.
But yeah, and but we've been gone so long, we missed so much to talk about. And this talking about the trucker, we're obviously going back to the Trump case where he basically got fined for doing business.
Basically, there's no victim.
No fucking victim.
So it's unclear where the money's going. Now, this is fucked up because Kathy Hochul told everybody else not to worry about it. We're not going to go after you.
Hochul's got to go.
She just said, you know, we're only going after Trump. She didn't say that like verbatim, but that was the gist of it.
That was the insinuation.
Yeah, we're not going after anybody else, just Trump. That's total weaponization of the fucking
Justice
Department, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is, you know, and that's the same CUNT that, you know, is our federal district attorney here.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is like, all right, so the accusation is that Trump overvalued his properties, right?
Which everybody does when
Yeah.
you're doing this.
And the
real estate shit.
banks gave loans for it or whatever, and it was okay, and everybody got paid back with their interest, and there's no victim.
The banks were happy. They want to.
But Trump paid taxes on the higher property value, correct?
Here's the rub.
Now, when your property value goes down, it brings your neighbor's property value down. When your property value goes up, it brings your neighbor's property value go up. So if Trump's property was overvalued, that means that likely his neighbor's property was overvalued, and likely their neighbor's property was overvalued, and likely their neighbor's property was overvalued, and likely their neighbor's property was overvalued.
So how
and
far does
likely
this go?
About to Connecticut. Jersey to Connecticut.
And then therefore, what does the government owe back taxes because
to all those people?
Yeah. And Trump,
and they all lose money on their property value
because he paid higher,
right?
You know, taxes.
But
on
rent
his...
won't go down. Yeah. So that's fucking crazy. And if somebody really wanted to push it, they could break the state. If there was some federal prosecutor that wanted to look into that Kathy's Hochul decision on that.
She's got to go.
Oh, yeah, she's got to go. She got in there because fucking Cuomo
had pierced nipples.
It basically was hitting on his staffers. And they finally decided to come out after years. Just like, it, you know, after Biden's been in office for 3 years, they finally decided to go after Trump for 91 cases. That just
He must have done something that they didn't like.
Just came out of nowhere in like 2 weeks. You know.
Look at all. I mean, anybody that crosses the Bidens, look at them. They all get fucked.
Oh yeah, that CBS reporter, right? Did you hear about that?
No.
So she was looking into the Hunter thing, and she got sacked, and you know they took
her car blew up.
No. And they took all her shit. Right? They took her personal shit.
Yeah. I did hear about that. She's a fucking. She's a great reporter.
Right. She's the only center
seasoned.
Right. Only one there. Right. And she was their biggest draw, I guess. Not. The only thing I could say about CBS is that they're up front. They're telling you right in the name.
Catherine.
You turn on CBS News and you're gonna see some BS. I can give them that much.
Yeah, Catherine Heritage or something. I forget. I forget what her name is. Last name. But yeah, and then you also have the J6 guy, that reporter. You got what's the mayor down there in New York?
Adams.
Yeah, he got his little FBI visit.
He got visit.
Everybody gets a little FBI visit.
A little visit.
Roger Stone, fucking.
The fucking cameras are there.
I know.
Jesus Christ! You're telling me that CNN just happens to be parked outside his house that 15 minutes when it happened?
Yeah, exactly.
They haven't been there fucking ever before. They're there that 15 minutes though. Come on.
They weren't tipped off.
Nah, they were there before the FBI.
It's the perp walk. They're so good at making that perp walk happen. Fucking, they did it to Stone. They did it to this. They're gonna do it to this guy. They did it to Donald Trump. They do it to everybody. Like, we gotta show these sheep that these people have been arrested.
Yeah, exactly.
If the sheep see them arrested, then they'll think they did something wrong.
Right. Sheep. Yeah, like
Trump says he's gonna go to MSG and hold a rally.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Should we go down and hang out?
Well, I don't care. Yeah.
Get a fucking gutter dog.
When is it?
I don't know. I gotta look into it.
We might have to leave now.
Like fucking Black Friday, people just waiting in lines.
That's what I've heard has happened. Yeah, I heard there was thousands of people stuck outside of another one.
I saw Bernie Sanders. Sanders got called out for denying the Gaza genocide. Did you see that? Jimmy Dore did one on that.
No, I
It's
didn't see
fucking hilarious.
I wonder why I did that.
He goes, using the word genocide, we got to be careful. We got to be careful. We don't want to use that word. It's a very touchy word. And somebody's like, what the fuck are you talking about, you dumb son of a bitch? You agree with him?
I agree that...
I'm sure it's more strategical than genocide. You're right.
I don't... I mean, they're Arabs, right?
I guess. Yeah, sure.
Are they a subset of Arabs ethnically?
I know nothing.
I don't either. So that's the thing. Like, I think
that's how bad it is.
I think people throw around the word genocide a little bit too, especially people that claim that they were genocided. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? But you know, they're committing war crimes there. I think, yeah, sure.
What's the numbers? That's what we need to know. But nobody's gonna show you numbers.
No, you ain't gonna see that shit. I know that there's Israelis that aren't cool with it, right? Hasidic or Israelis that have been having confrontations with the cops. I'm not exactly sure what that's about.
How about? Oh, yeah, I saw that as well. How about Ann Coulter on the shooting?
Oh, she nailed it.
The Kansas shooting.
She nailed it.
What
is she, a prophet, Bill Maher? Think she's a prophet, Bill? How'd she know that?
Common sense is a superpower nowadays. I'm going to make that a shirt.
Well, she's like, well, we know he's not white because we don't know. That's why we know he's not a white male, because they would have told us already.
Well, you must have superpowers. Oh, yeah, common sense is a superpower.
2 days go by. Superpower and Coulter.
Speaking of shirts, making shirts, I was trying to make some sanctimonious ones for today, but I want to show everyone the Mars Rats website, because it's now up and running with some of my concrete shirts. Oh, he's got his Peace, Love, and Concrete shirt on right there. Yeah. So we got concrete shirts, and soon there'll be new. Oh, here, we're going to show Barney in his full glory. Here we go. Watch out for his penis. There it is. Wow. PLC, Peace, Love, and Concrete. So, oh yeah, I forgot there's a little box there. But yeah, you can go here. There's going to be some more things in the future. Like, I got a little sticker pack right now. But we'll have over here in this zone, we're going to have the Sanctimonious fucking T-shirt zone, where we're going to do some political stuff probably. But right now we have T-shirts for the concrete stuff we do. We got the Concrete Carney, Catterskill Concrete, which is Jasper's company. And also we call these concrete shirts with his logo on it as a neck hit. We got Keep On Muckin'.
Keep on mucking.
The PLC. And then we got his shirt here, which is his pump that pumps the concrete, and it's pumping loads.
Tried loads.
So if anybody wants some pumping loads, get it now.
Get it now. All for you.
At marsrats.com.
That's right. All right, what else we got going? We got the Red Sea happening, right? Fucking people sending ships to the Mid-East out by Yemen. Even Britain's getting involved, dwindling Britain, who can't even fucking keep their army going. So they had a public service announcement where basically they said that we're not going to have enough recruits to keep this going.
Really?
Yeah, and if you do an overlay of like where the people come from that are recruiting, none of them are coming from the big cities, right? So that's also the places where the migrants are. So none of their migrants are joining the military. And numbers are down because people that normally would join the military are like, why the fuck should I join the military? This country hates me.
Yeah. What do you think about I think
the time is now. Yeah, we should go in.
No, they're trying to. They're going to say
Northern
they're
Ireland
going
be
to
ours,
let illegal immigrants be in our armed forces, and then they'll lead them to citizenship.
Operation Meat Shield. That's not the first time that's happened. So.
Meat Shield.
That was happening in World War II.
All right. Well, there we go.
It wasn't policy,
History
though.
repeats itself.
It wasn't policy. It just happened. There was people fucking 14 years old signing up in World War II.
Right.
It was a shit show. Anybody was in.
They're just trying to get the pump primed for 3.
Right, for the big WW3. Right?
They're just priming the pump.
Part 1, Russia. Part 2, China.
Did you happen to see old Joe Biden sit down and give the black family a nice chicken dinner?
I couldn't watch that.
And he specifically says, I'm having a hamburger.
But he gave them fried chicken?
Yeah.
And watermelon? What the fuck?
I don't know if he gave him watermelon.
Is that what they pick, though? Did they get to pick?
I think the kids wanted chicken. Yeah.
All right, so whatever. Kids, it's
but it's just bad optics.
It can be, but whatever. People gotta get over it. That kid.
I mean,
chicken,
friggin' the Hodge twins. I didn't get to see it, but I imagine they had.
Holy shit, dude! Those guys.
They probably had a field day. I'm looking at their thumbnail right now with it, and it says, "This is nuts."
Somebody protect those fucking dudes because they say shit I just can't say. Right? And I'm just like, whoa.
Those guys are great. Those guys are fucking great.
But if the kid wanted chicken, if that's what he wanted, I don't care. But if there was something that Biden set up, like this is what they think they would want or whatever, I don't know. And for him to have a hamburger, that's just a little weird. Like, why wouldn't he eat the same thing they did?
It's
Anyway, I don't think black people should be judged for having fried chicken if that's what they want.
no. That's I mean, I think what's it there?
I like fried chicken. I fucking love fried chicken. Actually,
I fucking love fried chicken
I'm
too,
thinking about
man.
it right now.
Larry David's episode on fried chicken was like one of the best things ever, and it's because of that very reason that it's like everybody loves it.
Yeah, send your fried chicken recipes in.
Send them on in.
Send out on your fried chicken recipes. All right, so what else we got? We still in politics? Haiti's still there? Venezuela invade Guantanamo? Fucking.
What else was I'm just saving some stuff for maybe next week when I have fucking sound for video.
Korea's pumping up, huh? That's getting fucking tight again.
I don't know.
I hear it's getting tense again.
North Korea?
Yeah.
What's going on?
They're doing their marches again, and tighten up on the border.
What'd you think about when
Trump
wanted to have a military parade? What'd you think about that? I thought it was great.
Fucking awesome. From here to like fucking L.A.
It's like, what's wrong with having a military parade?
We can make it stretch out for 1,000 miles. Fucking awesome.
And everybody, when he did it, they're like, no, he's going to be Hitler. And it's like every other country does
Maybe
military
we just want to
parades.
honor the guys that are in the fucking service and women that are protecting us. You ever think of that? Maybe we want to give the fucking women that are setting their fucking lives on the line to protect my ass to sit here and talk shit to you. Maybe I want to give them a hand. You know?
Yeah. That maybe it would be cool to, like, yeah, just let them show off their fucking duds.
Yeah. Well, then, yeah.
Show off their fucking nice uniforms, the
Nice
march that
uniforms.
they fucking learn.
All right, the big missiles.
Big fucking
You know, the big
missiles.
fucking missiles, bro. You know, the ones that go to outer space and back.
The ones that fly around aliens.
The nuke ones, yeah. There's been a lot. There's been a lot of good alien fucking footage lately, but yeah, I saw the best one. So this one was really clear. And I'm like, this is fucking too good. But it's got some writing on it, right? And I can't make it out because it's spinning. And all right, so then I realized it's like English written backwards, right? And it's really, and I almost shit myself.
I can't wait to hear this.
So I could see that it's written backwards, and the first letter's T, the next one's R, the next one's U, and then the last two I have a hard time making out, and I'm begging, please be in an M and a P, please be an M and a P, but it wasn't. It said Truff, like TURFF. I looked it up, I couldn't find anything on it.
Huh. But that's a great idea, just to make a fake UFO fucking video with the for Trump.
Yes.
What a great idea.
I don't know if it was fake or not, but.
And what do you think about this moon lander, Japan?
Did it tip over or something?
Yeah, it fell over.
Well, that's the reason why you're dominated by the United States.
I think maybe the aliens kicked it over.
Could be.
They're like, get this piece of shit
Yeah,
out of
shit
here.
out of here, Japan. Your shit.
What the fuck is this in my front yard?
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, Japan.
These fucking Japanese think they could pull their shit up here.
Zelensky,
High and coke.
high. He's always high.
What about Zelensky? Doing a dance? Dress up and drag? What?
Yes, that one. What the fuck, dude?
I
I
saw
saw that and I was like, God damn, that's horrible. That's their leader.
Yeah, he was dressed up in women's clothing and dancing around.
Oh my God.
Before he was president.
Well, he was an actor before he was president. He was a fucking piece of shit actor.
That's another thing. What does the left criticize fucking Ronald Reagan for?
Being an actor.
Being an actor and building up the military-industrial complex. What is Zelensky doing in Ukraine? He's an actor and building up the military-industrial complex. I'm not going to make any other comparisons to him and Reagan.
Ukraine? Zelensky is Ukraine's Ronald Reagan?
Yes.
He's like, yes. Now it's all coming together. Oh, jeez.
I think they should change their name because it means borderland.
Yeah, borderland of Russia.
Borderland the what? Exactly.
That's all it means. Borderland of Mother Russia.
Weird.
How about France? Vaccine law? They're trying to push a vaccine law where you have to be vaccinated.
Yeah, well, try that over here. They got property over here. It ain't going to fucking happen.
Dude, shit's going ham over there with them farmers everywhere.
Mhm.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck. They're done.
The farmers are over it. They're like, no, we're gonna, you're all gonna fucking pay.
France has been in turmoil for fucking like 8 years straight now.
Yeah, since the yellow vests.
Yeah, even before that, they had
Mhm.
they had a riot the year before. But I mean, it's been fucking nuts the last 8-9 years.
All of Trump's presidency because they got fucking Macron
Yeah,
fucking
Macron, the banker.
trying to fucking lock, trying to make them all obey.
He's talking about putting troops in Ukraine.
Yep.
You piece of shit. You're gonna start World War III.
With the help of NATO.
They are NATO.
France is NATO?
Yeah.
Come on.
No, there's no come on about it.
There's a couple more people in NATO.
I'm not
than
saying
France.
there isn't, but there's 4 major Western allies. One of them has just been there for a long time. Right? So it's UK and France, the United States, and Belgium. Those are the 4. They've been in the alliance for over 100 years now, since World War I, right?
Mm-hmm.
If not before, the other 3. Not that Belgium really does all that much, but they've been there, right? So I gotta give them credit. And they're the major powers behind NATO. They're the one that decided, hey, we fought that war in World War II. Maybe we should, try to avoid that in the future. And they started NATO.
We need some snacks around here.
We do, but
I'm sorry to get off the subject.
I was just
like,
chicken
damn,
before it
I'm
got me
fucking
thinking.
hungry.
I got thinking about it with the fried chicken. All right, so we still what else we got in politics wise? We got a bunch of shit going on in Canada. It's all fucked up. Hope they have an election soon. Get rid of fucking what's his name, the guy from the NDP, right? He's like a Sikh, right? He looks Indian, right? He's got the turban.
Okay,
Sikh, right? So he got up before Parliament and made a speech, and he said, "As Canada's next prime minister," and everybody just started laughing at him. I felt bad, like,
Yeah.
yeah, because you're not you're in a third party fucking thing, right?
It's just not the guy that hammered fucking the WEF. That was the guy from a different country, leader of some southern country. He was like, yeah, Klaus Schwab and everybody,
Are you talking about
they can go fuck themselves.
not Millet, right?
No, not him, but somebody else.
You're talking about the El Salvador dude.
Maybe that's it, yeah.
Now, this was something interesting that happened at CPAC. There was a bunch of Latino leaders at CPAC this year. Latino country leaders, Latin America leaders.
Yeah.
Right? Javier was there, right? Millet. He's really
Mhm.
changing the environment. That went over everybody's head.
You got deep knowledge.
Millet means environment.
No.
I'm not sure if it's spelled the same.
Well, enough of that bullshit. How about the this was the quartering reported that the IRS, they have full access to everyone's bank accounts and are using AI to fucking comb over them.
I think you're scumbags and you're going to start a civil war. That's what will do it. Just start fucking taking people's
No
money.
privacy.
Yeah.
No privacy. It's like, oh, that Constitution? Fuck that thing. We're the government.
Egypt got their wall built up. It's fucking nobody's getting through. Racist.
Cell networks went down.
Cell networks went down. They blamed it on everything under the sun.
Yeah.
But the
And
pharmacies
they
went-
blamed it mainly on the sun.
Right. But then they said it was code.
Oh yeah, it was code, but it affected everybody.
Right. And it was the pharmacies 2 days before that that
Mhm.
went down.
Yeah.
And they were warning about cyber attacks just the week before. So it's like,
Yeah.
We got a new balloon.
New balloon
New spy balloon.
flying across the country. It's probably already past us now. It's got to be gone
Yeah.
by now.
Jack predicted it.
What'd Jack predict?
He said, if this is like, if this isn't, like, basically, if the Bidens are telling the truth, then there won't be another balloon. But if they're not, then there'll be another one in a year. And there's been about a year since we had one. And here's the thing: they said that they were like worried about shooting it down because of like houses. It was over Canada, northern Canada.
I know they could have shot it down.
We're in NORAD. I've never seen like any kind of like military person in the United States, other than like foreign military, other than Canadian dudes, who I'm assuming are with NORAD doing something right at the thruway, But nobody else have I ever seen in uniform over here. So we're up there. We know that they got the jets because we gave it to them. We're flying them with them, like. And they couldn't shoot it down. Well, we got Air Forces a base up there, or at least renting space on their Air Force bases. In the Great White North. Take off, eh?
Hey, take off, loser.
Yeah, no way.
Did you watch that new? Are we done with this stuff yet? What else do we got? Bono's a scumbag.
Bono's a scumbag. That's kind of pop culture.
That's political too.
Political scumbag. Taylor Swift conspiracy theories up there, Wazoo. I don't even get Taylor Swift. Like, I don't get the appeal. I think she's, attractive young lady. Beyond that,
Yeah, music's just shit.
like, wow, this was when, like, this is. Imagine if like people, like, I knew people that liked like the Backstreet Boys, some songs or whatever.
Yeah.
But they also liked rock and rap and a bunch
They
of
liked a
other
little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Then now there's just Taylor Swift people where that's all they listen to.
Right, and there's no nothing else to listen to besides that for that generation. At least they have to listen to older music or really search the internet, which I guess is easy enough, right?
Yeah. I mean, they also got their Spotify. They just put Taylor Swift in there, and then it plays shit that's either just her or something that sounds like her.
Wow.
Yeah, Spotify lists. It's like totally sucking the minds out of people.
I guess so.
It's like, here, this is what you like.
This is you.
This is you.
We're a big corporation. Listen to us. We know what we're talking about.
Oh, what about this John Oliver bribing Justice Clarence Thomas?
Yeah, is he actually get charged with that?
I don't know. It would be great if they did.
That would be
him.
great because you can't do that.
Yeah,
But-
try and bribe a fucking
politician.
politician.
In all honesty, he's a comedian, so I'm gonna assume
They're not going to do anything about it. Especially he's on the wrong side. He's on the right side of the aisle.
okay. He's on the for them, right? He's on the authoritarian side. But if you do that to him, then you're opening up the door, right, to happen to other people.
Right, and we don't want that.
No, even though I disagree
We
with
believe in freedom.
I didn't think it was funny.
Freedom of
but
speech.
I think he's a comedian, and that's what his intention was, to have a comedic purpose with that bribe. So I don't think he should be charged. Whether fucking what's his name's face there? The fucking Swede.
The guy with 2 arms, 2 heads, and a leg.
2 arm, yeah, white guy, Swede, journalist.
He's from Sweden.
Yeah. Did you hear fucking Greta Thunberg get questioned about China and Russia?
No.
So there was a reporter was talking to her, and they're like walking. She must have caught her in like transit. And he's like, "How come you never criticize China?" She's like, "I don't have anything to say about that. China's the biggest polluter in the world." And she's like, "Yeah. Why don't you ever criticize them?" "I don't have anything to say about that." "What about Russian gas? Producing natural gas, one of the biggest natural. I never hear. I don't have anything to say about that." So you only criticize Western countries?
She's a fucking mind fucking virus.
Well, is she an adult now?
Direct.
Yeah, she's an adult
She's
now.
a direct vector from the mind virus.
I would, yeah. I mean, she was coached on what to say as a minor.
Complete fucking actress.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you call me an actress?
To the showers with you. Sweden's talking about joining NATO. That's going to break 200 years of neutrality since.
Yeah, fuck Sweden.
Yeah, well, they're another power in decline. I don't care. Bring them on in. I thought, why not?
Bring them on down.
We already got Germany and Italy in. What's the fucking difference? Like, they were neutral in World War II.
Come on down.
You're the next contestant on NATO.
You're the next contestant on
Here's something.
North American.
So, this is just for perspective about why NATO members should pay their fair share. We're just going to do a little thought experiment. Right? I'm just going to ask some questions.
We're doing thoughts. Thoughts.
How big of a threat do you think Canada has to deal with in national security? Is it a high threat, or is it low? I would say it's low. I don't think they really have to defend themselves from anything. We're not interested in invading Canada, that's for sure. Yet Canada spends more on national defense than the NATO members in Europe do combined. I'm not saying that Canada contributes more than NATO. I'm saying that Canada spends more money to defend Canada with almost no threats, right?
Uh-huh.
Than the NATO members contribute, the European NATO members contribute to NATO combined.
It seems to me like there's something fishy going on.
That doesn't seem right, right?
Well, if you're asking as a thought experiment, to me, the first thing that comes up is like there's money being laundered somewhere.
Something's going wrong, right?
Yeah.
Because Canada could not spend money on national defense. And
I mean, what are they making ice?
Yeah.
Fucking stay away from our fucking shoreline.
I mean, like the Russians invaded. What are we just gonna sit there and like, I don't know, should we help Canada? I don't know. People would be volunteering. They would have more militia volunteers than they have citizens if that ever happened.
Yeah, well, like you'd think they'd have a fucking military fucking just busting at the seams up there.
Yeah, if they were invaded, right? But they don't have any real threats, right? They have zero real.
Well, if they're spending more money, than these other, you think these other European countries have to be spending a good amount of money?
You would think because they're on the fucking front lines against Russia.
Yeah, you think they could be contributing to their fucking their safety,
right?
But you're saying Canada spends more
on national defense than the European NATO's contribute to NATO.
Oh my God! So we're paying for it all.
I didn't say all of it, but
well, that was Trump's big argument about NATO. He's
we're
like,
paying
"Fuck
a
you,
lot.
pay."
Yes, and that's been going on for decades.
And he's right. We're suckers.
And it wasn't until Russia invaded that the Europeans started thinking maybe we should contribute our fair share.
Never would have happened under me. Putin would have just sat. He wouldn't have done it under me.
Well, he didn't do it under him. He actually did it in 2014 when Obama was president. In 2022 when fucking Biden was president.
Yeah.
Call me a conspiracy theorist. I'm seeing a pattern, right? Hillary was going on about war with Russia, and everybody was like, what the fuck is she talking about?
Right, when she was trying to get into the office, she's like, I want to fucking take out Russia.
I mean, she didn't say that, but...
Well, it was unspoken.
Yeah, and they want you to be afraid of Russia, because Russia's going to take over the world. But if you give $2 to Ukraine, why? They can't even beat Ukraine. I'm supposed to be fucking worried about them? I remember the Soviets. It had twice as many people, right? And twice as much territory almost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were much bigger a threat than fucking Russia was. Holy shit. Like, yeah. And then they're talking about nukes, right? All right. So Russia can't nuke most of Europe because of the continental winds blow eastward.
Yeah, they'll be nuking themselves.
They'll be nuking themselves.
Duh. How stupid are we?
They can nuke us, in certain places.
And just let it drift across, land here.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, they would have to nuke Canada, too. Well, they're in the way. If you're going to nuke Buffalo, you got to nuke Canada, too. If you nuke Detroit, you got to nuke Canada, too.
Oh, man. I'm getting a little tired, so we're going to, even though this is our big comeback tour
so let's move on to pop culture.
Yeah, what do you got in the pop culture
I got
bag?
2 things, right? So I went
Maybe
down.
If I drink some of this coffee, it'll help.
I went down the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure versus Wayne's World. Well, it was a pothole.
Rabbit hole?
I had to create the hole.
Pothole.
It was a pothole when I stumbled upon it, but I had to create the rabbit hole. So, the question is...
Here's the question.
Who inspired who? Right?
Who inspired who? You had to look at some dates. You had to dig.
I had to dig. All right. So, when you look at Keanu Reeves' character in that, right? He says things like excellent and bogus, and they do the air guitar.
Yes.
Right? Which are all things they also did on Wayne's World, right?
Exactly.
And so, there's a lot of crossover in between archetypes between those two. They're almost like Spicoli characters, right? From fucking Fast Times.
Right, yeah. Pizza.
Yeah. So it turns out Mike Myers was on CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Company, in the early 80s, and he was doing the Wayne Campbell skit by himself, right? And
He was doing Wayne by himself. I
Yeah.
mean, he was probably, okay, all right.
He was young, right? This is before he's really famous, before he's on SNL. And it's a little different, it's not as refined as it was, right? The cities has changed. He's in Toronto. And that star, and
excuse me. We need a button for that.
he was on First City, right? Which was like a comedy show that Slash had like music videos. They would play music videos.
Mm-hmm. Early MTV kind of thing.
Right. And so he played like the host's cousin, who was like the badgering cousin, like the cousin that just kind of showed up when he didn't want him to.
Okay.
And that was Wayne Campbell, right? And so I'm like, all right, this started in 83, so that's way before.
Yeah, this sounds similar to like You Can't Do That on Television. Like all that Canadian shit came down here.
Yeah. And so turns out that Mike Myers is the originator of this. Now, the reason why I came to this conclusion is because Keanu Reeves is from Yorkville in Toronto. Right.
He saw it.
He was working for the CBC at the same time, but not doing that character, just doing work for them. And he must have saw it, right? Because they're about the same age. Keanu's a year younger.
Okay.
And I can't see how he couldn't have seen it living in Toronto at that time, working for the CBC, the same channel that it's on. So
there could be another third type of influence that we're not know about.
There might be.
Some Canadian fucking hoser icon. But also, like you said, Spicoli. What year was Spicoli?
It's about that time, right?
Maybe a little earlier?
Maybe.
I don't know.
That's
maybe later.
It's a little bit after the McKenzie brothers, though. And the Take Off, the whole great way.
Take Off, hoser.
That was like one of my first albums I owned.
Dude, I watched the shit out of that movie when I was a fucking kid because it was on HBO all the time on repeat with a handful of other ones. Beastmaster and fucking Star Wars.
Hey, Beastmaster's on HBO. That's what it stands for.
Hey, Beastmaster's on.
In the 80s, that's what it stood for.
Hey-yo.
Hey, Beastmaster's on. All right, let's talk about movies now.
Dude.
I watched.
You watched it on the fucking thing?
No.
The rip?
No.
No, good, because I mean it's on there and I couldn't do it. I gotta go see it in the theater.
All right. I watched Beemaster. The Beemaster? The Beekeeper.
Beastmaster?
The Beekeeper.
It sucked. I watched it too.
What, the Beekeeper? You didn't like it?
Dude, it was so fucking woke. It was horrible.
What part about it?
The fucking the chick detective that's like
the incompetent chick detective. What
incompetent chick detective that they make out to be so badass, and she's just like talking shit about fucking like how I didn't like it.
So here's what I got to wait. Somebody who's sick of the system.
She goes charging into the building before the SWAT team does. Come on, get the fuck out.
All right, but she didn't. She was ineffective at everything she did.
Just those characters. Stop like centering the story around them.
I didn't think it was centered around her.
Kind of was.
She was part of it. I thought it was about the English guy. It was a super American patriot for some reason. You gotta look past that part.
The beekeeper. Yeah,
I didn't think it was perfect.
Go in when the hive needs help.
He was a super American patriot with the British accent for some reason. But here's what I saw. So he's somebody. He's kind of like falling down. He's sick of the corruption in society, right? He's had enough, and he wants to do something about it. I want to do something about it, right? He's sick of the incompetency of the three-letter.
So I keep bees.
He's sick of the incompetency of the three-letter agencies, right, and organizations. And so he takes it upon himself to do something about it. And he goes and kills the president's son because he's a scumbag who fucking does cocaine in the goddamn White House and embezzles money from ordinary people and steals it.
I did get that, too, from it. I was like, okay, they're playing both sides. It was woke as fuck, but at the same time, you're also telling... I mean, it was almost like they did it. The only way they could get it done was by putting the woke in there so somebody would pay for it. But the overall message is...
The president's son is
the
a scumbag.
president's son is a fucking scumbag.
And he needs to be shot.
By a good Samaritan.
Yes, that was the message I picked up from it.
Oh man!
Because at first I was kind of like, all right, it's got a lot of violence, or it's kind of like Rambo, right?
Right, but it was like video gamed out.
Yeah, and so I was kind of like, all right, well, it's a little 80s with the violence, right?
Right, it almost Commando-ish.
Yeah, almost. It was missing like hair metal and boobs. And well, I guess that.
Yeah, it's just updated version. It was like they had fucking the '90s version or something. It was
but
like
after Mrs.
you
Cosby's
got a glitter
killed,
jacket, and I'm gonna kill you.
They killed Mrs. Cosby, and he fucking loses it, right?
Well, she killed herself because they took all her money.
They took all her money.
Yeah.
They robbed her, and she lost money to charity.
It's so stupid. Why would she kill herself? I mean, that's just not good.
That happens though.
Yeah, actually, they Canada did it for her, and They put her to death.
Yeah.
They sent a,
Yeah, but that's what I took away. The president's son needs to be killed by a fucking vigilante.
that keeps bees.
Because what was she in the FBI? The FBI is fucking incompetent.
True. That's the other thing. Like the girl was incompetent, but she's the one that like is gonna take him down at the end, and it's like, come on, give me a break. Give me a fucking
She
break.
gave him a break. That was the point blank. What is that fucking movie with the surfing? Point Break.
Point Break.
That was the Point Break moment where he's got him in this, and he wants to shoot him, but he doesn't.
Jesus. He just stares at him through the fucking mask.
Yeah.
Johnny fucking Utah.
Come on, Johnny. Surf's up.
Oh, man. Gary Busey.
Yeah.
Great role.
Great role. Utah, give me 2. Utah 2.
2.
That's my favorite line from the fucking movie.
Utah.
It's such a mundane line.
Give me 2.
It has nothing to do with the story.
Give me 2.
It has nothing to do with the story, but
Yeah, but the Beekeeper, I mean, I wanted to really fucking love it because you know who directed that? David Ayer did. And he's the genius behind Fury.
Okay.
And I fucking love that tank movie.
That was a good movie.
It's a great movie.
Based on a true story.
But I don't know what the fuck happened to him, if he went woke or if he just was smart enough. Maybe I'm just, not giving him enough credit. He was smart enough to know that if he wanted to get this message across, he has to play by the rules.
So if you don't know, Fury's about a tank place
Tank squad.
Tank squad. And they're sneaking in behind enemy lines, right? And they're on a mission, and their tank breaks down. And they unexpectedly meet a German battalion, right? And so they hide.
SS battalion.
Yeah, they hide in the tank, and they fight them off.
And it's a little over the top. Way over the top.
Way over the top.
Way over the top, at least the last section. Up until the final stand. The movie's pretty realistic. But the final stand's just a little, it takes a little Hollywood.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was fucking pretty intense.
Right. And I think it's based off a true story. I think one of those guys survived, right?
But great fucking actors. They got Shia, Brad Pitt. I'm forgetting fucking his name, which is he's fucking so good. The Punisher character, the dude that played Punisher, and he also was in The Walking Dead, and he was also fucking.
I never saw The Walking Dead. It's not important. Anyway, Fury's a good
No,
one.
the guy's a great actor. I got to give him his props. I got to give him his props. When they're that good, you have to.
I can picture him.
John Berthal.
John Berthal. The Punisher.
Yeah, he's badass. Dolph Lundgren was also a Punisher.
Yes, he was. Did he pass recently?
I don't think so. Maybe. I didn't hear about it.
I thought I saw him on like an Old Spice commercial or something, but it turned out to be like some kind of CGI guile.
Speaking of Dolph Lundgren, should we go into your memes?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Barney's memes. I don't even know if... Yeah, we got the mics in there. It's Barney's memes. Barney's memes. Barney's memes. Barney's memes.
Barney's memes.
All right. When you demand to be paid $15 per hour while demanding to import people who still do the same, who will do the same job for $5.
Ba-dum-bum.
Dun dun dun. Oh my God! I didn't even see that one. Nikki Haley giving him his burger. Oh my God! This Barney sent me all this stuff here on the. He ain't got a fucking laptop yet. Send him money so he can get a laptop.
Send me a laptop.
Or an old laptop. Squint and hold at arm's length to see your future.
Oh, shit.
Oh, gosh. For a 5-year anniversary, we took a reenactment photo. The guy's got himself a hoe.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know if we got to do that one.
Come on, man.
Oh, jeez, okay. Well, first there was a whole pineapple on a pizza debate. Now there is this.
I approve.
Afterwards, they asked, how could you let yourself be photographed with a known murderer? Osama apologized, saying, "I didn't know, but regret taking the picture."
Ah, shit. There's Uma Aberdeen back there.
That might have been photoshopped.
I don't think that.
Nah, who
That's from
cares?
the
Who
real.
cares? The fake
Real.
news ain't
Fake
it's
news.
real news now.
Real news now. I was there.
If they could leave the Earth, they wouldn't need bunkers. Remember this. Oh, Bill. He's fucking classic.
Yeah, he is classic.
Oh, shit. I got out of it somehow. Shit.
Oh, hey, oh.
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 Oh, God.
God. Oh, God.
We got to go back into this here.
Oh, God.
Oh,
boy.
God.
Oh. Oh. All right, figure it out. Meantime, play a little tune. This one I wrote.
This one I wrote.
About
I can't, I guess, go too fast here on the fucking clicking. See, this is what happens when you don't have them in a folder. Some of these are amazing. Okay, we're back. We're back. And take two. When your first two laundromats were both resounding successes, you decide to open a third one. Is that what's going on with Taiwan?
Well, sure. I mean, look, why not?
Why the hell not? Bidenomics. Macy's closing 150 stores. H&M filed for bankruptcy. Outback Steakhouse closing 41 locations. Rite Aid is closing 200 pharmacies. Everything is fine.
You can you can add Walmart, some Walgreens.
Everything is fine. When you're asked to show proof, you are spending the money properly. I love that, dude. I love it. I fucking love it. I gotta do something. Hold on one second.
Press conference.
We're gonna try this really quick. So, oh yeah, I can do that. Good.
I was born on the Saugerty Street where the man patrols the beat.
Barney's memes,
lovin'.
Barney's songs, Barney's songs. There, we're gonna have to make a Barney song. Okay, so Nancy Pelosi had the magnetic doors locked to the Capitol building turned off on January 6th. Where is her indictment? Do you know that? Is that for a fact?
That she's in control of the doors? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
She needs her, that's why her video.
You know, right underneath that, where it is, she's got the heavies.
She got the heavies, yeah.
This building in Oklahoma City was blown up and destroyed just 4 days before Hillary Clinton was to be indicted in the Whitewater scandal, and all documents lost. That's just a bit of history.
A little history.
White man has been here. How can you tell? We're speaking English. I love that one.
I thought you'd get
I showed that to Ty, and he just about fucking shit himself. He was like, that's fucking great. White man has been here. How can you tell? We're speaking English. That's so good. How the middle became the right. Both sides make some good points. You are right. Yeah, thanks. Why are you siding with the bad guys?
Yeah.
Why?
That's what's going on.
A communist, a pedophile, and an Alzheimer's patient walk into a bar. Bartender says, what'll it be, Mr. President? Ice cream.
That was funny the first time I saw it.
Yeah, it wasn't all that great when I saw it. There's definitely ones in here I really like. This one's great. This one's great. I just want someone to sweep me off my feet.
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
Johnny looking at it like, I'm the guy for you. Just a reminder, I didn't even read this one, but Biden posts 27 times about George Floyd, yet he hasn't said a word about Lincoln Riley.
Who was killed by an illegal immigrant.
Yeah, I haven't followed that story. But that's true. That's how things go. Doesn't fit the narrative, so why report
I think they
on it?
blamed it on white supremacy.
When you're white, but the cop still gives you a ticket. I was told there would be privileges. I was told there would be privileges. They own 13 homes and are worth $61 million, and they are discussing income inequality. And how many sandwiches fucking Moore is gonna eat?
Jesus Christ.
Income inequality. All guitars must be electric by 2030.
That one killed me.
Fire her up. Call of Booty. Get your Gorilla Grip fucking downloadable. What is that called when you get download
Pack?
No, it's a fucking DLC. Get your Gorilla Grip DLC.
Gorilla Grip Pussy Pal.
Oh my God. That guy on the left there calls the girl on the right Gorilla Grip Pussy Pal. Just so everybody's clear.
Clear. That's disgusting, Corey.
When you're hungry, but all the food in the house needs to be cooked. Yeah, that's you for all right. You're
That is me.
Fuck it.
that. I'm going back to bed.
I'm going back to bed.
I gotta zoom in.
Someone's. I don't know if this works, but it basically says someone get this map to the United States Senate, and it's got Taiwan, Israel, and Ukraine basically fitting in.
That's Texas, New Mexico, and California, Arizona.
Yes.
Yeah.
Russia.
Russia's Mexico.
What the fuck, dude? Oh, that's my favorite, or one of my favorites. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. It's Joe Biden in blackface.
Yeah.
AI.
AI.
I mean, for real, he might as well just do that.
Never
not
forget.
a day which will live in infamy. That idiot that pulled the fire alarm.
Yeah.
That's something.
Trump sending her back to Somalia.
Oh my God. Dude, that's fucked.
This one's foul.
You're foul. Damn, my dad already gone?
Oh, shit.
He's just chilling. Gonna tell my kids this was the Epstein client list because most likely that's why they're not doing anything about it. Biden versus a dildo. Does the job it's supposed to. Biden. Negative. Dildo. Yes. Capable of satisfaction. Biden, no. Dildo, yes. Reliable. Biden, no. Dildo, yes. Fake. Biden, yes. Dildo, yes. Is a real dick. Biden, yes. Dildo, no. Okay. All right. You want lies with that? Yeah, that's all she does.
Just it.
Jesus Christ. The Redhead Festival in Dublin, Ireland, an annual gathering for redheads. A Disney remake. Or Netflix. Yeah. Netflix or Disney.
Oh, shit.
Barbie's friends with benefits. Guy's pretty happy in there. Chewbacca. Free comb. Cherry scented. I love all her outfits. Chewbacca's sister.
Yeah. Womp womp.
Lisa Page, Obama DOJ ordered FBI not to prosecute Hillary Clinton. Is that true?
Yeah.
Damn.
Says so, right?
It says so. It's got to be. It's on the internet. I just want to be as happy as the residents of Martha's Vineyard when they're kicking immigrants off their island.
That one fucking sent me in tears, bro. It really did. I was fucking dying.
It's a good one. I mean, just the pose that chick's got.
Yeah, she looks like Julia Roberts or something.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man. If you think it's a coincidence that Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer became a federal judge, and that very same judge of thousands of judges was the person to sign off on the Mar-a-Lago search warrant, you haven't been paying attention. Yeah, that's a pretty good coincidence. You don't get it. I'm the counterculture one. Having the same views as universities, corporations, and the media, and Hollywood, and every other major political party means I'm anti-establishment.
Sure you are. you and Walmart.
The people who are 30 trillion in debt are giving you a credit score. I love that one, bro. I mean,
so
for
true.
real, make it make sense.
It's so true.
Store. I asked if they had Trump's new book on how to deport illegal immigrants. The clerk said, "Get the fuck out of here and don't come back." My reply was, "Yeah, that's the one. Do you have it?"
That one killed me too. I would buy that book. 2 copies.
I went camping and caught this on my trail cam. I can believe you got that when you put that one in there. You do realize Democrats voted to penalize citizens if they didn't buy insurance and now offer it free to illegals. Let that sink in. That's one I had brought up earlier and was like, yeah, that's just not good. It wouldn't surprise me if Payday changed its name because it offends those who live by mooching off of others. I don't know. Jesus Christ. What are we doing tonight? Just going for a drive. Fingerville, Pound Town, Climax.
Climax is close.
Yeah.
It's right before Kasaki.
I've seen it. Yeah, you're right. There he is, man.
There he is. Insurrection.
Insurrection of, yep. Dungeons and Dragons. The fuck is this supposed to be, dude?
I don't know.
You just put it in there because whatever.
Yeah.
Cocaine. This one is, come on, for real. Cocaine was found at Biden's house, the White House. A dead body was found at Obama's house. A male prostitute was found at Pelosi's house. An illegal server was found at Clinton's house. And the FBI raids Trump's house.
Yep.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
We're also Irish.
No.
No. No. Oh, God. Oh, that one's so small I can't even read it, and I don't know how to zoom here, but it says,
he wants my steak.
Oh, yes. No, he wants my steak. No, he doesn't like meat. We are both vegan. Help me, please. Help me, please.
That dog's saying help me.
Oh, the delusion. The delusion.
We're both vegan. He's a canine.
I have a friend who found out his parents voted for Biden. He's so pissed that he's never visiting their graves again. So stupid.
I love it.
Alrighty, and last but not least, fun fact. No state requires a dog to have a carry permit. Yeah, buddy. Look at that little fella. Strapped and ready to go.
Based.
He's a beekeeper is what he is.
Yeah, he is.
When the hive's fucked, I'm coming. I'm coming for you. Oh, Christ. All righty. There was Barney's memes. Barney's memes. All right. Yeah. That was awesome.
Woo-wee.
Those were good, man. Where are you finding those? On your phone?
Yeah.
Jeez, man. I don't know how you have time to do it all. Remember, folks, send in a new laptop for Barney so he can do his memes and I don't have to run them. He can run them damn self. Oh, all right. Crikey. We're at 10. Are we almost 2 hours in?
I could buy a laptop, but then...
Yeah, you'll be friggin' ass out.
Yeah.
We don't want that. We don't want that. Go buy a T-shirt. Fund the show. Well, it's gonna be great once we get to fucking the Mars Rats. I mean the Sanctimonious American Men shit on there, because then we'll know exactly how much we can get from just making people buy some swag, and we'll send them some free stuff too. Maybe some stickers.
Weed.
No, we're not sending fucking weed.
It's legal now.
False advertising.
$10 a gram.
That's false advertising.
I got your train wreck.
We're running a train.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
We're just going for a drive.
Monster Kush, $10 a gram. Just let me know when I'll drive.
Right to Pound Town.
I got sherbet runch. It's a really strong indica. Let me know in the comments. Yeah.
How much you need?
I'm selling weed on the internet. Selling weed on the internet. Selling weed on the internet. And nobody really knows.
No, the AI can't figure it out.
It's just music.
It's just music. The AI can't figure it out.
Can't figure it out.
You're gonna need a new AI for this. Alrighty. What time?
I got rainbow sherbet, $10 a gram.
Jesus.
Gushers, $10 a gram. I got dabs, sativa dabs. They're $20 a gram. Oh, I don't know where these lyrics come from. They just come from the top of my dome. Just order it today and I'll drive to your home. Oh, yeah.
I'll drive to your home. Send me directions.
That's right.
Point me in the way.
Things just coming to me,
Yeah. I like that one. What was that? A simple, nice, like little D and E jam or
I
something?
think it was AE.
AE.
I went to a G at one point.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
What else should we talk about?
Let's see.
You know, I got to, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
We got the primary. We got the shit going on in Michigan where, like, you don't have to, like, they're not going to distinguish between mailed-in ballot, date, first day, air mail, smoke signal ballots, whatever they're doing. They're not going to distinguish between those anymore. Absentee, whatever.
For real?
Really. Morse code, however you vote.
Because they're just they're like, we got to steal this somehow.
I guess so. Like, I don't know why else you would do that. Like, let's make the election less safe on purpose in Michigan. Like, what the fuck, Michigan? Speaking of Michigan, who won Michigan?
Undecided.
Undecided. Won in some places, right?
That's exactly why they're doing it. Because they realize nobody, you know, and just how ironic is it that it's the left eating itself? Because it's like, if it weren't for this Israeli-Gaza thing, that wouldn't have happened.
No.
It's because of all the friggin', freedom fighters and, revolutionaries.
I'll tell you what it's over. It's because they're Jews and Arabs. When Arabs are killing the Arabs by the fucking dozen, nobody pays that's a fucking eye. You know, when Saudi was wiping out Yemenis, nobody gave a shit.
Right.
They didn't say shit. They were quiet.
But when it's the other way,
But if the Jews do it,
it's like the same. Then I mean, I don't want to make this fucking comparison, but it seems similar to like when the black community doesn't want to talk about all the killing in their own community, but as soon as a white person kills a black person, they're like, "Oh, you guys are
news."
Yeah,
right. I mean, you know, like we were talking about the Hodge twins before. They talk about that a lot. You know, Jesse Peterson talks about that. He fucking kills me. Holy shit.
Jesse Peterson's the best.
He is
He's so funny when especially like he'll talk to people and just call them right out. You're like, so why do you? You're clearly a man. You're a man.
Why do you blame other people for your downfalls?
Oh, he's great. He's great.
Yeah, but I'm black and I grew up during segregation.
Well, I'm black and I grew up.
I did okay.
Yeah. He just calls out.
It didn't stop me from my goals.
He just calls out the victimhood.
Yeah.
And they can't handle it.
They can't. I fucking love him. The grift stops there. That's where the black grift goes to stop. Like, if you're like way too far that way, then, you know.
Grifting.
Well, I mean, any racial grifters in this fucking country shouldn't exist, really.
I mean, what is exactly like perfect? Like the grift is like somebody that's doing it that is, you know, not fucking. They're doing it in bad bad faith. They're like talking about something that they could care shit less about.
Or they're just following a trend, right? Something acting out emotionally, right? Like, is it necessary to tell like whose land that the natives were every time you speak? Like,
Dude,
what is that about?
Struggle session, bro. I saw somebody on a Zoom call the other day, and they had to do that, and everybody was doing it, and I'm like, if that's the future,
That's the future.
fucking, it's like you're on a video conference struggle session.
And why do we always skip over like the other colonials from Europe? Like, they skip over the Dutch.
Yeah.
You know,
This was Dutchland.
this was Dutchland. What the fuck?
I grew up on the Shakers, ancestral land.
And don't get me wrong. Like, I actually think that the Native Americans are the only racial designation that the United States should recognize at all, because we have treaties that are with these
That we
nations.
don't give a fuck
Yeah,
about.
we don't give a fuck.
We have treaties we don't give a fuck about.
Maybe we should like straighten those out or whatever, you know. And you would have some legal basis for that. You can get a lot of support.
I could be a king.
You could be a king.
I'd be so rich if I only my nation wasn't racist.
Well, yeah. I mean, technically, you could have been, right? You were like a prince, kind of.
Well, supposedly we you know, whatever. There was lots of fucking. I wouldn't even exist because I got white. I'm speaking English.
Speaking English. Yeah.
I wouldn't even exist.
All right. Well, I've never been to Oneida, so I don't know how hardcore they are.
They're well, there's matrilineal society, of course, and that's
Sure.
why I'm not even on the rolls.
But
everybody
everybody there speaks English, right?
every fucking one of them.
I thought so. Okay. I'm just wondering, like, how far. I mean, they're totally entitled to have their language.
Yeah,
if
they're
that's what they
starting
want.
to learn to get it back. I think, they're teaching it and whatnot. My Aunt Tina, she teaches it. She knows how to speak. But, it's fucking so far beyond, like, what, tradition is. And they act like they're traditional fucking society. It's stupid.
And here's another one I gotta say. And this is a criticism for every presidential candidate. How come they never go to a res?
We've discussed this on the show. I said, whoever went out to that fucking BL or to the fucking that Native American fucking pipeline protest, if anybody had went out there, if Hillary had went out there, she would have been president. None of them did it. None of them went out there to stand with the natives. And you know why? Because
Well, they're not going to compromise that one.
no, energy, big oil, nobody's going to go fucking do that.
Yeah.
I think, and Lawrence O'Donnell was the only asshole, and I gave him much props for that. He was the only one reporting on it on MSNBC. And then fucking, now he's got TDS, and it's just like, how can you be so smart and so stupid at the same time?
Even though they weren't gonna give on the pipeline, that's obvious. They could have compensated those people, right? They could have gave them money, something, right?
Well,
Other
they
land.
did. They gave it to the chief and his family.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I heard a lot of bad stuff when that down.
That's bad, right?
Same thing as Thunderheart the movie. You ever see Thunderheart the movie?
It's been a long time.
It's a fucking great movie, but it's the exact same thing. It's Indian land, and the federal fucking government takes care of the people at the top, and all the fucking people at the bottom suffer.
Get drunk.
Just give me that fucking
Smoke a pinner.
whiskey drunk in a pinner. You gotta go over and fucking get some buck snot on fucking Cecilia.
Anyway, if one of these 5 people happens to know Donald Trump, tell them to go to a res, have a rally there. They got the facilities.
I
don't
mean,
know if they got that kind of facilities, but
I was talking to Ty about this, and I go, what's kind of funny and ironic is that with Donald Trump and like the black male adult voter kind of like waking up, it's like because they're finally like in numbers being like, yeah, why the fuck do we hate this guy? He's not fucking racist.
Right,
you know? It's just they're lying to us through their teeth on TV. And I was like, is my brother Ty, and I'm talking to him, and he's like, or I told him, I was like, it's kind of ironic that if this country could possibly, whatever is happening with globalism and like how far, even if Trump got elected, who knows how much time we have left. before we get completely swallowed up. But just say Donald Trump isn't a Trojan horse, which he could be.
Could be.
The black male voter is the only one that's going to like keep this fucking country afloat for another 4 years by them voting for him.
Yeah, it seems that way, right? It
Mhm.
seems like that's definitely the demographic that the left or the Democrats are losing in mass, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it as like the black vote is. I don't even know why we keep track of this shit, honestly. But the black vote like is 28%. That's like I can't remember what it was, but I had a cop come to my apartment once, and I didn't get arrested or anything, but he like took down my name and he wanted to know what race I was or whatever. And I'm like, what? No, he asked me if I was Hispanic. That's what it was, or Latino. And he was a Latino cop himself. I'm like, why the fuck does that matter? It's like, why is the state even asking that question? It's just weird. Anyway, but yeah, if he can turn the black vote, which he kind of did last time, he had the biggest black vote of any Republican.
And it's going to be bigger now, and also the Hispanic vote's going to be huge too.
Yeah, that's huge, right?
Mhm.
Because they see what's going on, and they went through whatever they went through, depending how
Yeah, a
long
lot
their
of them
family's been here.
A lot of them
All right.
have been through a lot of shit in their countries they come from.
To be true, like to be honest, like there's been Latinos here since day one in America. Like they've not a lot, obviously they weren't the majority, but they're the entirety of Florida, right? A lot of places, Texas, though Texas had a lot of Caucasians as well. So even California or.
Well, so like really though, what is Latino? It's just South American natives that were also Spanish,
Right.
breeded with
Portuguese.
Yeah, breeded with the Portuguese.
Portugueses. Yeah, allegedly, right? That's what they are.
So it's basically they always have been here. They just got a little extra fucking blood from the Spaniards in it.
That's the basis of it, but it's also a cultural designation, right? Because there's black Latinos, right?
There's black Indians.
That's true. There's black Indians.
I mean, down the we used to go to the show at Shinnecock on the end of Long Island all the time, and those people get, a shit ton of money. And I don't know what the percentage of native is in them, but it's very small from like what it once was.
Right.
And they got federal fucking.
Who are the albino Algonquin around here?
Who are the Algonquin?
No, not who are the Algonquin. So there was a tribe around somewhere. I'm guessing in like Orange County, Rockland County, northern Jersey, that was comprised of mostly albinos.
Well, I have no fucking clue about it, but my guess would be they were probably friggin'.
They were inbred. I mean,
adopted and inbred, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely inbred because they're all albino.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I was just wondering if you knew that.
I know nothing.
Yeah, Europeans were like, "What? Wait, how did the white people get here?" Oh, they're.
Oh, they're not.
They're not.
Okay, well, I think we're gonna sign off and get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here,
Yeah. But we're back. We're gonna try and keep Saturdays going, or I guess Sundays, Mondays. Who the fuck knows?
Who the hell knows? We're struggling here. We're struggling.
We might try and do some more. That would be cool if we could like do even like a half hour once a day or something, like or every other day.
I think we should do some pre-recorded shit.
You want to do pre-recorded, eh?
Yeah, I've been thinking about studying, because I do know a little bit about it. I did look into it all one time. I really think we should get on BitChute because we can get 30 views there and like be trending.
Well, maybe this.
Granted, it's going to be next to a shooting or something right in the line, but
we got to make shorter form content too. I mean, I love doing these long ones. We put a lot of content on with 76 episodes. We got like 2 hours per, 3 hours some.
We've been, do you remember me calling that the war in Ukraine that the Russian strategy was attrition?
I mean, we can go back probably and find it if we want to.
I'm just wondering, like, how early in on this, because I remember thinking that right away, but I'm not sure if we were doing the show back then. I don't think so.
We were doing the show way before the war they invaded.
Oh, did they? We happened?
Yeah.
2 years now? Over?
Are we going on 3 years?
I guess so.
No, I thought we were only 2 years in.
Well, the invasion was in February of 2022. I don't know. Let us know in the comments.
How long have we been doing this
How
fucking show?
how long have I been alive? Who am I?
Who are you?
Yeah. Anyway.
You.
Who are you? Did you see they put voting machines down on the border wall? The Democrats.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they just leave the credit cards right there, and you know,
they scatter credit cards out there, and then it leads to a voting machine.
Yes, that's what's going on.
Dude, we didn't even talk about 10 grand fucking credit cards for these people in fucking New York per family.
My name is Miguel Barneguito.
Miguel Barneguito. I like my credit card.
I am from Paris. Please let me in the country and give me your $10,000.
I like $10,000 a lot.
I need freedom.
Please send me credit card. I need dinero.
Holy shit.
Me and my familia.
Me and my familia.
Familia.
Papa, come on.
Okay.
Where am I?
Cuando credit cardo. Count dinero.
Sorry for your
Me
Mexico. We're not talking about you. The
No.
Mexicans aren't actually coming.
We're just it's a new retirement plan for Americans. You renounce your citizenship, you cross the border, you come back, and you claim fucking asylum. It's the new retirement plan.
Did you see that fucking liberal lady who made a video? And she's talking about, I don't see what the big deal about the illegal immigrants are. Da, 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 da. I've adopted 3 of them. Da, 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 da. This one does the yard, and he does.
Oh my God!
Trims the bush.
This one cooks dinner.
This one does all the laundry. Takes up around the house. I'm like, what the fuck? Those are slaves. You're talking about indentured servants.
Slaves. You're talking about slaves. Oh my God!
She must have lived alone too. Yeah.
She's like, now I have friends.
But you're watching it, and everybody commented, like, but yeah, you're talking about fucking slaves. Like, what the
Insane.
fuck? And, when I was a kid, this is racist. When I was a kid,
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
This is racist.
that was like a status symbol.
I think the movies, Hollywood made it pretty damn apparent it was a status.
It was
symbol.
if you had illegals working for you, it was.
They
a
were
status
your
symbol.
help.
Yeah.
You were well on your way into the upper middle class.
Yeah, you had help.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure John McClane fucking set that up in my
It's
mind.
been a fucking joke forever, but yeah. I mean, go back to, I can't remember which Cheech and Chong movie it is, but the doorbell rings and they all hide because it's immigration. And then he's
Yep.
like, oh no, we're just going to my fucking cousin Pedro's wedding down in Tijuana. We're going to catch a ride of, immigration. And then, they'll give us a meal and then we'll come back. Like, it's been a joke that long.
That freaking long. Yeah.
U.S. immigration policy has been a joke that long. Yeah.
And now it's just wide. Now it's just like, just open the fucking doors.
We got to get fucking Vlad the Impaler in town.
You start. That's enough.
What?
That's enough. Good night, everybody. We love you.
Think about the stakes alone. What are they running? $1 grand.
Barney's gonna draw a picture for next week. And anything you'd like to sign off with, besides that beautiful imagery in everyone's minds? Nah. All right. Well, we love you all. Thanks for coming back and watching. Check the store for shirts, or maybe we'll have some next week. If you buy a shirt, support
Grab
the
that
show.
subscribe button by the pussy.
Grab the subscribe button. Fucking ring the bell. Fucking
Yeah,
smack it, rub it, love it.
Maxwell,
Share the link everywhere.
touch
Just
the like
post,
button like you're Hunter Biden.
post
High
it.
and crack fucking underage school girls.
Alrighty, and
you touch that like button like you're Hunter Biden and that's your brother's ex-wife.
oh boy,
He did that.
I know. Okay, Well, thanks everybody, and remember, wherever you go, there you are.